Well, hello. Today I'd like to share with you how we do our Apricot Oil Infusion Facial. This is the most luxurious facial you can have, and it uses our beautiful Nutri oil to nourish and hydrate the skin. So it's perfect for the cooler months. We're going to massage it in after we've done our cleanse and tone and exfoliate. We're going to put a beautiful hot towel on so all the oil gets absorbed directly into your skin. So first thing we'll do is set up all our products and have our nice bowl of warm water. And our beautiful model here is Sarah. She's going to help me today. I've popped a little towel on her shoulder just to catch any drips that we might have. And of course, the first thing we do is always use a little bit of hand sanitizer so that your hands are lovely and clean before you touch your model's face. Now we're using the Restore range today, but you can use any of our skincare ranges depending on your model, her skin type, and what products you'd like to try. So we're going to use the foaming cleanser. So our first step is to cleanse. Now I usually dampen my fingers a tiny bit, about the size of a 5-cent piece. And we're just going to wet my fingertips a little bit and then just massage gently between your fingers. Now when you get your model, get her to pop her head gently back on you and make sure she's nice and comfortable. Is that fine for you, Sarah?
Yes.
So that she's not going to hurt her neck. And then you're just going to gently massage her skin. So you're going to start at the chin, up the centre, and gently massage her cheeks. And just go over her face a few times to get it nice and cleansed. Make sure you get into any little grooves beside her nose and her chin. Cleanse her forehead. Now we will double cleanse today. And that just means you're going to first cleanse, lifts up any oil and dirt and grime and makeup if she had any on. And then the second cleanse will totally deep cleanse the skin and leave it ready for all your next steps. So I'm using our little magic circle eraser. I find this is great because it picks up all the product off the skin and it's really gentle and lovely to use. So I'm going to wipe over her face with that, but you might like to use a cotton pad or a nice gentle face washer. I find these are really great to use. Now when you walk away from your model, make sure you gently put her head up so that she doesn't end up with a broken neck because you've left her behind. So a little bit more cleanser, and you'll notice this time it will actually foam up more. So again, gently tip her head back so that you can see and she's nice and relaxed. And we just gently, so I don't know if you can see that there, but it will lather up better the second time. It's a bit like when you wash your hair. The first wash gets rid of all the dirt and grime and excess oil, and then the second wash actually totally cleans your hair. So it's the same on your face. Especially if you've had makeup on or if you've been out in the dust and the dirt and that. So again, we lift her head up. And gently rinse that. Of course, if you're doing this on yourself, you could do your cleanser and your exfoliator in the shower. Always be gentle with your model. Don't want to be rough. Now our next step is your exfoliating, and I'm going to be using the microdermabrasion today. The other product you could use is our Apricot Mask and Scrub. You could just use it as a scrub. Now you only need a tiny bit. Microdermabrasion will help to polish and resurface the skin. Always wet your fingertips. Now I like to put a little bit on her forehead, her nose, cheeks and her chin, and then just gentle little circles. Please be gentle. You don't want to be rough on the skin. It's only like the thickness of a rose petal. Just gentle little circles all over. No more than about 2 minutes in one spot. And if you need to add a little bit more water, just grab a little bit more so that it glides over her skin. And it's going to gently remove all the dead skin cells. Going to polish her skin. It helps with evening out skin tone, helps with fine lines and wrinkles, with pigmentation and acne scarring. So it's the most beautiful product. It's little Scandinavian minerals. So once we've done that, we're going to rinse that off. Again, I find the Magic Circle Eraser is great for this because the microfibers tend to pick up all the little grains. Just gently remove all that. This is one of my favourite products. It leaves your skin silky soft and squeaky clean. Leaves it glowing as well, so you leave your skin nice and clear. You want to try and make sure you get all the little grains off. Nothing worse than having little grains on your face when you're going to be massaging in some other products. We've got it all. Now, next step is to tone, and toning is really important. What your toner does, it restores the pH of your skin, but it also removes any residue from your cleanser or exfoliator that you've used, or if you've used a mask. So the Restore cleanser is quite watery, so I use a little cotton pad for that. Now, this is my little tip for you. I get 2 little cotton pads, fold them in half, and just dip them into the water a tiny bit so that they're a little bit damp. Then you pour a little bit of the toner on. You don't need much. And the difference with that is by wetting the cotton pad, it stops your water, the toner going straight through. So you actually get it, and it also dilutes it a little bit. So if your model is a little bit sensitive, it will help to dilute it just a little bit. And you just want to gently wipe over with your cotton pad. And that's going to pick up any little grains you might have left behind. But it restores the pH level of her skin so that it's ready for her moisturizer. Now, if you were using some other products, say our toning essence, you don't need the cotton pad, you just wipe it on. Our next step is our moisturizing system. So what this does, it helps to draw moisture into the skin, and it also draws from your moisturizer and from the air, and it'll plump the skin, so it helps to plump up those lines and wrinkles. It has hyaluronic acid in it, so it absorbs about 1,000 times its weight in moisture. So you're going to need a little bit of a little eyedropper, and you're just going to gently pat that onto her skin, and it will absorb really quickly. There we go. Easy as that. Now, it's a good idea to always replace the lids on your bottle so that you don't knock them over. Now, of course, our next step is our beautiful apricot oil. So I'm just going to get a little bit with our spatula, about the size of a little green pea. And we're going to just massage that between your fingertips first to warm it up. And then we're going to give Sarah a beautiful facial massage. So just get her to pop back and relax. Now again, start at the chin. Massage up the nose to the forehead and onto the cheeks. And then you can give her a beautiful massage. So start with the chin, up towards the temple, the nose, and then across the forehead. Now you always want to do your massage movements up and out. And when you're working with the chin, you want to gently work up towards the lymph nodes so that you're removing any toxins out towards the lymph nodes. And massaging helps not only for relaxation, but it helps to stimulate the blood circulation, helps the product to absorb into the skin. little gentle circles at the temple. Now I love to do this little massage around the eyes, so I'll show you how to do that. So you start at the temple, and just with the fingertips on one hand, I'm going to do a little circle over the eye, under, like a figure 8. Repeat that. Then you're going to go with the other hand, the other way. This just helps relax around the eyes, help with any puffiness, help to de-stress your beautiful model. And just give her another little bit of a massage. And it's good if you can try not to always have one hand on her face. So when you lift one up, the other one is always there, so that you're not jolting and jumping all over her face. You could do a little bit of work with the pressure points around the eyes as well. So if you hold your fingertips just above the middle of the brows, round to the temple, you need to hold it, just hold it for about 10 seconds. And move to just under the eyes, in the centre, and then just for the bridge of the nose. Nice little sweep all over the face. Now our next step is to place the hot towel. Now I've just used a hand towel. You can use a face washer. And the idea is to wet it first, bring it out so it's not wet, just so it's just damp. And then pop it in the microwave for about 2 to 3 minutes. And then bring it over to your model, and I'm going to show you how to put it on. Now, if you're using a face washer, you just gently place that the whole washer over her face. And what happens, the heat from the washer helps the oil, opens the pores and the oil soaks in. I'll show you how to do it with a little hand towel. Now you always want to check that it's not too hot before you put it on her face. The last thing you want to do is to burn her skin. Now if you're using a towel, fold it into 3, as you can see I've done there. And then what you do is get it to relax back. You put the middle on her chin, then you twist it over. Takes a little bit of practice, and then you pop it over her face, and then just gently press onto her skin so that it heats the oil and opens the pores of the skin, and it absorbs into her face. Now, so if you're not quite sure how to do this little tricky move, just use a face washer, or you could just fold your towel in half and just place it over her face gently. It doesn't need to stay there long, just till the towel goes cool. So it's only a couple of minutes, it doesn't stay hot for long. So I'll just show you. If you only had a hand towel, you could just fold it in half this way. And then just pop that gently over her face. Now you could do that with a hand towel, you could do it just with a face washer. Works the same way. And then just remove that, and then just move any excess oil that might still be on her face. It should have all absorbed in. How's that feeling, Sarah? Lovely. Now next step is her eye cream. So I use about the size of a grain of rice on my ring finger. You can see that's a tiny little bit. Then pat the 2 ring fingers together. Now your ring finger is really quite gentle on the face. So around your eyes is like this thickness of rice paper. So you need to be very gentle. Then you just pat it gently where the bone underneath the eye is. That's as close as you need to go. And you can go over the eyebrow. And you always just want to be gentle and pat. Now this is going to help with fine lines and wrinkles, but it also helps with puffiness and dark circles. You don't go on the eyelid with your eye cream because it could go into the eye and sting, and that's not what we want. We just want it to absorb into the skin and help hydrate around the eyes. And you don't need to go any closer because it will actually absorb upwards. So if you go too close, the eye, it will go into her eyes. Then we're going to finish with our moisturizer. So again, you only need about the size of a little green pea. Always use a little spatula or a cotton tip. Don't want to put bacteria and oils from your fingertips into your product. Massage between your fingertips a little bit, get it to relax, and we're just going to give her a nice, quick, gentle massage till all the moisturizer has absorbed. Now, if you were doing this at night time and you had the night cream, you could use your night cream instead of your day cream. The moisturizer is going to nourish the skin, keep it glowing and healthy. Little massage at the temple, and we're done. How's that feeling?
Great.
So thank you for listening, and I hope that's helped, and you'll be able to do a hot towel facial or your apricot oil infusion on one of your friends. Talk to you again soon. Bye for now.